Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye,
Captain! Previously, I played the guitar.
I play guitar in both bands.
I've been in a few bands like for a while now.
I am 16 and I've been playing drums since I was 4 years old. So I'm 17. I started playing my instrument around 2 to 3 years ago.
It was really different. Like we switched to more of a Paramore vibe, kind of.
And these things sort of give you a push to be better.
Welcome to Valley Vibes, your show about culture, arts, and happenings in the Imperial Valley from a youth perspective. I'm Dr. Tom Tackey, the creator and executive producer of Valley Vibes. Today, the CUHS Rock Combo is going to be featured. They're going to tell us about how their year has progressed, what they are planning now, and share some of their favorite performances. We will also hear from a couple of the members that have outside bands of their own, and we'll hear a couple of their songs. Warning, these aren't what you usually hear on Power 98 or even from the Rock Combo for that matter. Regardless, they are solid performances of a style that many students in the Valley enjoy. So let's get our student hosts to take it from here. Kick back, turn it up, and enjoy this edition of Valley Vibes. Culture, arts, and happenings in the Imperial Valley through youth voices.
Most high schools offer normal music classes.
But here at Central, we have something very unique.
Unlike band or guitar class, you don't follow a conductor.
This class elevates your musical experience from just doing schoolwork to actually being in a band.
We present to you CUHS Rock Combo.
I'm Axel and I play drums.
My name is Edison and I play guitar.
My name is Ernie and I play guitar.
And I'm Athena. I'm social media manager.
Rock Combo is a class with individual musicians that come together to play as one.
Students can also take on other roles, for example, media manager or stage techs. These are equally as important to the music industry.
First semester Rock Combo focuses on covers and doing performances during both first and second lunch. Rock Combo even does performances after school, such as for Christmas or the end of the year.
We covered lots of different songs from a lot of different genres this past semester. So now we're going to ask some students from Rock Combo what their favorite song that we have covered so far is.
Alright, my name is Jose Landeros. I'm a junior and I play bass and guitar in Rock Combo. My favorite song that we played in first semester was Pressure by Paramore, because Paramore is like one of the bands that I really like and the bass was really fun to play.
Feeling empty again, I fear I might
My name's Michael Dela. I'm in 11th grade and I'm a singer.
Hi, I'm Yurisa and I'm a junior. Oh, and I'm a singer.
What was your guys' favorite song this year?
It would have to be Impacto on mainly because of how it was like well produced and how we sang it.
My favorite song was Best Friend because I'm doing it with my best friend. Her name's Sydney, and I think we're a really good duo and our voices harmonize together well.
And who were the artists for those songs?
For Impacto, it was Enjambre featuring Denise Gutierrez.
For Best Friend, her name's Wallace, I think,
That's the artist.
if I'm correct.
Esos brazos cruzados, ese es enojado, me tienen entregado mi intimidad. ¿Qué hago? Y si paso a paso me pones a llorar, así caminas más, al suelo voy a dar. Escuchar melodía, el canto de esa niña. Que corre por mis venas y apenas si me ves, perturba del bajo y empiezas a reír, me dan para cambiar. Oh,
You're listening to Valley Vibes, featuring the CUHS Rock Combo. All Valley Vibes episodes are available on the Spartan Sound Productions YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and iTunes.
Hello, I'm Marley Lozano. I'm in 11th grade.
What do you play?
I play guitar and bass.
Okay, what was your favorite song to cover this year in Rock Combo?
Motivation by Sum 41.
And why was it your favorite?
Because I was on it with majority of my friends, and we also covered it for our band, so it was really fun to play.
Change my mind. Can't depend on doubt until the end. It seems like clear friendships become stranded, though I can't pretend afraid to be this way. It's not the same to who's to blame for all the stupid things I never said. Motivation, such an aggravation. Accusations, don't know how to take them. Inspiration, getting hard to fake it. Concentration, never hurt to break it. Motivation, such an aggravation. Accusations, don't know how to take them. Inspiration, getting hard to fake it. Concentration, situation, never what you want it to be. Never what you want it to be. Never what you want it to be.
So, how does being in Rock Combo help you grow as a musician?
Rock Combo has helped me as a musician because it has taught me many skills on how to improve by playing bass and guitar, and it has given me more practice time than the time I usually get.
Hello, my name is Gustavo Ortega. I'm a senior at Central, and I play bass and guitar in Rock Combo. I think Rock Combo it's helped me a lot, kind of it's helped me play with other bands, and it gave me a better experience in playing with on key and on tempo with a drummer and stuff. Because before I could never do that, and now I've gotten better and used to it, and yeah, it's pretty good. I've been in a few bands for a while now. My first band I was in was called The Morning After. The few bands I've been in were pretty good. I've been in at least 4 now, kind of. The first one was The Morning After. That was my first band. I was in it with a couple guys. It was pretty good. We did a couple shows. I think our best one was The Fair. It was really good. We were a indie band, kind of. And then we kind of started switching that our band a little bit. We became more heavier and stuff. Then that band disbanded, and then I joined this other band called Left in May. and it was with a couple same people, but it was really different. Like we switched to more of a Paramore vibe kind of, because our singer was into Paramore, and so I'm in that band right now. And then I recently joined another band called the Halftime Breakers, and I like their music. They're kind of like a pop rock kind of band, and they've done a lot of shows, and so now we're doing another one tomorrow basically, and yeah.
Do I say?
Your name, your grade, and what you play.
Ruby Casto. I'm a junior and I play the drums in Rock Combo.
Okay, and what's been your favorite song to cover this year in Rock Combo?
So far, my favorite song to play has been Petals by Hole because I like how it's pretty dynamic.
Let's see, what's like. How do you like playing drums, or how did you come about playing drums?
Previously I played the guitar, but then I moved on to taking lessons with drums, and I found that they had a rock combo class at Central. So since playing in rock combo, I've gotten better and enjoyed more playing with my bandmates.
Okay. And how have you been enjoying rock combo?
I've been enjoying it. It's interesting to meet new people every year. And it's always cool to meet other talented people and to learn from them.
All right, awesome. I think that's perfect. Right.
Outside of our class, there are even students that make their own music and play locally at shows.
My name is Edison, and I have multiple bands with my good friend Axel.
We play together in 2 bands, Grease and 789.
I play guitar in both bands.
And I play bass for Grease and drums for 789.
The genre of our bands can mainly be described as metal, and we play lots of local shows along with out-of-town shows all around California. So I'm 17. I started playing my instrument around 2 to 3 years ago, and I've been forming bands since then. It's hard to find musicians here in the Valley, but when you do have friends that play instruments, it is really fun to just make music and try to make something out of yourself. There's a lot of venues that people don't know about. The Valley actually needs more venues to have these types of bands play because they bring lots of people together and people can just join together to listen to this music. And there's not just shows for metal or rock or things like that. There's other shows that people can go to here in the Valley, and it's just really cool to see people still making music. High school also helps a lot with creating connections that I wouldn't have otherwise, and I think just because of my age, it makes things a lot easier to meet new people and sort of get new things going. Also, having a band has opened me to a lot of new experiences. We've been invited to shows out of town, and we've played with a lot of bands that we look up to, and it's just exciting to keep on growing from there.
I am 16 and I've been playing drums since I was 4 years old, and I have 2 bands, Pity and 789, and I'm really glad I met the people I met because there's not a lot of people here in the Valley that play the type of music I play.
There's a lot of unique experiences that come with being in a band in high school. And one of those things is, of course, starting from the bottom, because you have to make a name for yourself and actually get up there with other bands. And that comes with a lot of awkward experiences, like playing for a not so energetic crowd. And these things sort of give you a push to be better. And usually when you're starting a band, you're going to want to start on a budget just to see what you may need. And with that comes a lot of failure with your equipment. There's been moments when something just doesn't work and you have to improvise and use a cable from someone else or borrow someone else's guitar or try to find the nearest battery to save your pedal or guitar. And those things also just allow you to think quicker on your feet and just figure out a solution.
Here's a song by the band Pity, Noob Saibot.
And now we have Steamy Hot Special by 789.
Surprise! It's
Not only do students record music outside of class, but we also record our covers in class too. These are called CUHS Rock Combo Tiny Desks. As the social media manager, it is my job to record the songs as they're being played. I take my equipment, meaning my camera and tripod, to ensure that the video quality will be good. Mr. Rubio records the sound separately on his mixer. After he finishes editing the audio, he'll send it to me as an MP3 file, which I align with the video and edit as well. Then it's ready to be posted and sent out.
Speaking of tiny desks, I really like the one that we did for Covet by Basement.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. It was actually our first one that we did this past semester.
The combination of different guitar tones that we used to record that tiny desk blended together perfectly, and I really like the final product.
Yeah, Covet was really good, but I feel like a really challenging one, especially for the singer Eudice, was All Around Me by Flyleaf. Some of you might not know, but Flyleaf Singer goes really high pitch and very loud, and it was actually such a huge challenge for her.
Yeah, I really like that song by Flyleaf too. The guitar riff was very enjoyable to play, and I had fun playing that song.
I've watched a lot of the Tiny Desks for Rock Combo, even the ones that we've done in the past, and I've got to say my favorite one is Cigarette Daydreams by Cage the Elephant. It was honestly really good, and I felt like the singer's voice really did match like the actual one. It was really good. I liked it.
Did you stand there all alone? Oh, I cannot explain what's going down. I could see you standing next to me, in and out, somewhere else right now. You sigh, look away. I can see it clear as day. Close your eyes, so afraid. Hide behind that baby face. Do 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 do. You can drive all night, looking for the answers in the pouring rain. Wanna find peace of mind, looking for the answer. Funny how it seems like yesterday, as I recall, you were looking out of place, gathered up your things and slipped away. No time at all, I followed you into the hall. Cigarette, daydream. You were only 17, so sweet, with the mean streak. Nearly brought me to my knees. Do 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 do. You can drive all night, looking for the answers in the pouring rain. Wanna find peace of mind, looking for the answer. If we can find a reason to change, looking for the answer. If you can find a reason to say, standing in the pouring rain. Do 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 You can drive all night, looking for the answers in the pouring rain. Wanna find peace of mind, looking for the answer. If we can find a reason to change, looking for the answer. If you can find a reason to say, standing in the pouring rain.
These tiny desks that we've mentioned and more can be found on our YouTube channel, CUHS Rock Combo, and on our Instagram page, CUHS Rock Combo.
Okay, I'm here with Mr. Rubio, who is the Rock Combo teacher for the 2025 through 2026 school year. And so we just want to know what the responsibilities of being a Rock Combo teacher are and how it compares to being a teacher for other classes.
Okay, so I'm Mr. Rubio. One of my main responsibility as a rock combo instructor is much like a band director. I pretty much put the set list together. I kind of direct the students and guide them in their instrument and whatever they're playing, or if they're a singer, whatever they're singing. And then I also produce these Tiny Desk videos, which are very similar to NPR's Tiny Desks, if you're familiar with them. And what that does is just showcases their talent and showcases their ability to play songs that they're either covering or that they've written on their own. So that's one of the main responsibilities that I have as a rock combo instructor. And it's different from teaching music appreciation because these students already come in knowing how to play an instrument or knowing how to sing. So I don't really have to teach them step by step what to do. Whereas music appreciation, which is the other class I teach, I have to get students who have no musical background and kind of get them to understand music a little bit. I'm not teaching them how to play instruments necessarily in music appreciation, but in rock combo, I don't have to necessarily teach them how to play. I'm just kind of guiding them in their collaborations with one another and, kind of looking at their strengths and weaknesses as musicians as well, and being able to determine where they would best fit on a song or, in a specific group. As they're collaborating with one another. So, yeah, those are my responsibilities, and that's as a rock combo director, and that's essentially how it's different from being a music appreciation teacher.
So Rock Combo was a class many years ago, and it stopped being a class, but Mr. Rubio brought the class back to the curriculum. So we just want to ask you, how did that come to be?
So rock combo here at Central has been around for many years. I want to say from what I know, my earliest memory of it was from my parents. They were they weren't in rock combo, but they were students here at Central back in the 80s, and it existed back then. And from my understanding, it existed way before them. So it's been a class for many years, and I believe recently, in the past 10 years, I think from my understanding, it wasn't here anymore. This is my 5th year, so I don't know what went on right before me. But when I was in high school, from the years 2009 to 2013, Rock Combo existed. And from before my time here, it existed as well. But I know there's been times throughout the history of it in the past couple of decades that it's kind of came and went. So, whether that's true or not, I'm not quite sure, but I've heard from some people that they remember it. Older classes, older generations, they remember it, and some say that they remember it, but they kind of didn't really have it. It wasn't as I don't think it was a class, or it was as emphasized as a class. So it's kind of come and gone. But when I got here, that was one of the things that Dr. Tacky and I had kind of discussed about kind of bringing it back as a club. So from the school year 2021 to 2022, we restarted it as a club, and it went really well. Actually, as a club, we were pretty active, which doesn't happen all the time with clubs. And I think I'm assuming admin saw that, or from my understanding, and Tacky vouched for it. And we got it started, and they put me in charge of it, which was great because for me it applies directly. It applies directly to my experience as a musician, and also my experience as a student in rock combo, since I was a student in the class from 2009 to 2013. So when when I was working from my first year here, it was a club, and now it's a class. And it's I've decided to incorporate a lot of technology and kind of bring it into a modern day setting, as opposed to previous generations who were in rock combo, where it was mainly a performance class, and that was just due to the technology available at the time. It was mainly just performance based. Students would go out and perform at lunch or on events off campus. But we still do that. But with technology and cameras and recording technology and such, and phones, we're able to do a lot more with it. So one of the things I do, as previously mentioned, was the Tiny Desk videos where students showcase their talent. So that's a new aspect to it that I've brought in with it. and songwriting as well. That's something that I really emphasize with the students. It's kind of a newer thing I've done in the last couple of years. And as each year goes by, I kind of get a little bit more in depth with it with the students, kind of understanding what students know about songwriting and what they don't, and how their favorite songs may come to be, and how they can, work with groups outside of this class, because at the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to, is being able to work with others in different settings and being able to produce songs in different settings. So that's, one of the newer elements I've done. But as far as reviving it goes, it feels like it's been pretty successful so far. I've had a lot of students wanting to be in it. I want to say some students have been inspired to pick up an instrument and then join, in a year or two after they get to see us. I know I've had some students who have auditioned that told me that they barely started playing an instrument a year prior to them joining. And, I think it shows that it's been revived and it's been brought back pretty well.
This has been our Valley Vibe show covering all things Rock Combo. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll also check out our YouTube channel.
And maybe you can even come to one of our performances.
Sadly, two of our hosts aren't here right now to say goodbye, but I'm Edison.
I'm Ernie.
Until next time,
rock on.
Algún tiempo atrás pensé en escribirle que nunca sorteé las trampas del amor, ya que el amor de música ligera nada nos libra.
This program was produced and brought to you by Spartan Sound Productions. Special thanks to the CUHS Rock Combo director, Mr. Art Rubio, and students Athena, Axel, Edison, Ernesto, and the rest of the group. Have a great year. Thanks also to Dr. Thomas Tacky, creator and executive producer of Spartan Sound Productions, the administration of Central Union High School, Mr. Javier Fimbres, and Power 98 for hosting us, and to you, the listeners.
Hoy enviaré cenizas de rosas, ni pienso evitar